when this happened, like you, in that moment, you know how every time something happens in that moment, it feels like the end of the world. So you go from being like loved and followers to people unfollowing you left and right. Did you for a split second feel like, damn, this might be over for me?
Okay, welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, where we find dope people who have built dope stuff. And it's a no cap zone, okay? So we're actually talking to people who have credible...
You gotta take your cap off then if it's gonna be a no cap zone.
Well, I got a haircut though, so...
I'm just saying.
Cap without my...
Yeah. No, put it back on. ASAP. Immediately, please.
You should have shaved that, bruh.
Yo, who invited this guy? The first guest to roast me. All right, cool.
Out of the gate before we even say his name.
Tell me more about me.
I didn't. You did it.
Let me introduce you first, man. All right, cool. We have a dope guest, man, Mr. Desi Banks, ladies and gentlemen. What's the word?
What's happening?
Man, everything's good, man. Everything's good. We also have Donnie here.
Yes.
But more about you, man.
Yeah, she was asking me was I shy earlier because I was cold.
Right.
You know, I was
It's a
sitting
little
like
chilly in
this.
here. It's a little chilly in here.
This is not like his videos.
Is there a difference between you in person and you in your videos?
Yeah, it is.
Explain that.
I mean, I'm more chill. I'm human.
Right.
If that makes sense. You know, I'm not nobody just be your own. You know, acting crazy. You know.
I bet people expect you to be the person, the hood dude walking in here like, yo, what else, shawty? Y'all ready to do a little podcast?
Yeah, they do that. Like, or they record and they be like, do something funny. Like, what? Where you work? Flip a burger.
Right. That's what's up, man. So we definitely want to get into your story, man, what you got going on. Yeah. First of all, we want to know how your week was.
Oh, my week was good. Yeah, real good.
Tell me about it. What happened?
What is it? Wednesday, Thursday?
Thursday.
That's how you know you're busy. You just never know what day it is.
Yeah, it's been good. We just got a PR, a part of the team, so that's really good. We
Do
just
those
finished
work?
shows. Well, hopefully.
Don, you ever had a PR work? I invested in some PR before, and it never, ever worked.
We just had this conversation.
Well, don't talk about that now, because we just did this.
No.
I don't want to hear that right now.
But your public release has been working without it, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I mean, it's just room for, some stuff that, we probably can't do that, she would put us in position in.
Yeah.
Just some of the relationships she may have and stuff like that. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, we just left. We was just in Orlando. I just did 6 shows in Orlando this past weekend. So yeah, about to get ready to drop my episode 6.
Gotcha.
Been doing that, working on that. So yeah, and I got Mobile, Alabama this Saturday. So I'll be there doing the show as well. So yeah, that's my week. That's my week right now. So
solid. Donnie, how was your week? Dave, do me a favor. Turn that up right there.
Oh, and I'm also here.
Number three.
Right.
Up a little
It's got to
bit,
be the
up a little
highlight
bit.
of the
This
week.
is the highlight of the week, right?
This is the highlight.
Because when we did our last video,
Yeah, it was a couple years ago,
right?
Yeah,
when I
2 years
first
ago.
was,
Yeah.
getting, yeah, for sure.
So how was your week, Donnie?
My week was amazing, as usual, Desi. I had a really good week. Let's see. Today's third. This was a busy, I don't want to date the video or whatever, but this was a really, really busy week for entrepreneurs. So I was super busy with clients. But yesterday I had the opportunity to take a full day off and do nothing.
I'm doing that tomorrow.
Are you doing that tomorrow?
I told my wife tomorrow I'm doing nothing tomorrow.
Nothing. I mean, I didn't want to do
I
didn't want to touch my laptop. I didn't want to check messages or email. I did nothing yesterday. So maybe that's why I'm so turned this morning.
Yeah.
Like I'm super energy right now.
Got your hair done, new style.
I did. I actually did. And
You never seen that stuff.
I never seen it. I mean, I seen the style like Rick James had it, and I think I seen the style, but I never seen
Rick James.
this is not what we're. Why do you get every guest to team up on me? Okay, Desi, do you know where I met you for the very first time?
No, I don't.
We got jokes. I met you.
I mean, I'm just, where was it?
Yard House.
Okay.
On the patio. You were sitting with your team then, strategizing how to get verified on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember way back in that time?
I remember we was talking about that.
Yeah,
then.
this was before Desi popped out. You were funny. I mean, you were doing your thing then. But I didn't know because I wasn't really active on Instagram at that time. And the person who I was with was like, "Yo, that's Desi Banks. That's Desi Banks." I'm like, "For real? Let me see who Desi Banks is."
And he wasn't verified.
He was not. Oh, you know who I was with? I was with Maddie. I was with Maddie, CEO Maddie.
Yeah.
And we were meeting about his book at that time. And you were trying to get verified on Instagram. And me and Maddie were talking about it. I'm like, "Yeah, I can get you verified. What's up?"
Okay.
Maddie said that?
No, I
Oh,
said
you said that? Oh, you broken promises. That's why I don't remember you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and let me tell you why I thought
I
that.
didn't know who she was when I walked in the door, and I was like, "Oh, that's that girl." That
But let me tell you why I thought that. So you know how the people be in your DMs? I wasn't active on Instagram, but I thought I was popping like I was on Facebook at the time, right? So I get on Instagram and this guy jumps in my inbox and was like, "Yo, you dope. Let me get you verified. I'm the plug." And so that was like days before. I'm like, "I'm gonna use it for Desi Banks." Yeah, that wasn't the move.
Did you send him $1,000?
I did not. That didn't go as planned. But
wow, okay. So
congratulations to you. A lot has happened, especially like within the last 3 years for you?
Most definitely. Yeah.
Really, really took off.
How are you? Has things changed for you outside of like the follower count or, like maybe, more gigs, money? What are some things that have changed from you just trying to make the videos? You know what I mean? Like trying to get a buzz.
I feel like now, as far as like, finding a niche for like social media, I feel like, I done hit that spark where I done found one. Now we're just like really just about creating content and just throwing it out there. But I don't have to like when I first started, it was like, but now it's like everything is like cruising control right now. So, but I'm able to like, I have like leverage to be able to work on my stand up, to be able to go act in the movie, to be able to, go do things like that now. You know what I'm saying? Since I done put in that work on social media.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
why does it slow down? I mean, like we're doing the things, we're getting the engagement that we're looking for. Why? And I'm guilty of it too. But it just slows down in terms of giving the people what they were used to from you.
I ain't gonna say it slow down. I mean, I could say, because I try to at least put out like 2. Now, I used to put out like maybe like 4 videos a week. Now I'm down to like 2. And the only reason it's like that because I'm so busy doing other stuff. And it's like, this is stuff that we prayed for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like God done gave it to me now. So it's like I actually got to put time until working on that other craft. Like that's the next level stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Social media, that's gonna forever be there. But, those big moments, you got to take advantage of those moments, when it, like I said, acting, stand up, or just, doing other stuff that's gonna help your brand out, which the people want to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing something, you post a picture if it's not your content. Let them know you on set, or post it in your story that you doing stuff like this.
Gotcha.
And as long as they see you working, I feel like that's still kind of good. So, yeah.
When did you realize you paved out a way, like you had a shot to really blow up with comedy?
I think what really like is like let me know for real is when I started doing stand up. Like stand up gave me that, okay, I'm funny and I can actually do this like in real life and I can do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it puts you, give you that respect and to getting respect from like the OG comedians and people like that. You know what I'm saying? You going into that way. And it also shows like who actually like want to really be a comedian for real. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause that's the real thing. Especially if you
What do you mean?
world.
What do you mean?
If you want to be like, or if you just want to be social media, like, a lot of guys that probably just want to just do social media content and don't want to really expand, when it comes to doing stand up or like doing movies. But I feel like in order to like do movies and stuff like that, I feel like you have to like do stand up. I feel like people in in Hollywood or wherever they look at it. Like, that's a type of respect. Like, okay, I see you do social media. Okay, is he in acting classes or does he do stand up? Or those the questions that they're gonna ask. So when it comes to them finding a new generation, of comedy.
Have you bombed on stage yet?
Have I bombed on stage? I done had some quiet moments, especially like in the beginning. Most definitely.
Quiet moments.
Yeah, those quiet moments hurt.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So like you hit a joke, you hit the punchline, and then people like,
yeah, okay.
So
Next. You be like, ooh.
Right.
Your body just be like hot.
right.
Like, your face be itching. You be like, ooh, it's hot in here. I'm a birthday people. Birthday.
Where you from? Where you from? Where you from?
To the birthday. So Sagittarius in the building?
Right.
You got a couple defaults, right? Any single ladies? Okay.
No single ladies. All right. Desi, every time I see one of your videos, so we're going to talk about where you get these props from in a minute. But every time I see one of your videos, I imagine you being this really bad little boy, like just off the chain, constant energy, class clown. Is that accurate?
I was a part of that world.
You were a part of that world?
When I was a kid, I would say, one of the most humorous in high school and middle school.
So you always been funny?
You know, it's crazy. It was always a part of me, but I didn't know that was who I was. I just thought I was just
being yourself.
I didn't think it was funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, where I'm at now, and I look back in the past, I was actually doing, like, living in my purpose, if that makes sense. But I didn't really tap into it until I, like, graduated from college to, like, really find myself. And then it's like, dang, being inspired by people like Eddie Murphy and Martin. I used to watch all this stuff coming up, you know what I'm saying? So that was always a part of my world, man. And not even knowing, like, this is actually what I'm going to be doing outside of sports. Because, I played sports first, you know what I'm saying? So to see where I'm at now, it's like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I would have tapped in earlier, but nah, God's timing is perfect.
When you tapped in, was it because, so you mentioned that you didn't even really understand that this was going to be your lane until you finished college. Were there people saying, yo, you should, like, do skits, you should do comedy?
It's crazy, yes. I had a friend named Rashad who I started on Vine. That was back in 2012. And they was like, dog, you so funny, man, you should get on this Vine app. And I'm like, I don't know what Vine, what is that? I didn't know what it was, but he knew, you know what I'm saying? It had like 6-second clips, videos, and it was, I ended up creating a page, and it was so crazy, man. My first video I ever did, it went viral.
The first video?
First video.
What was it?
It was an Atlanta talk video. I was doing how people talking Atlanta, and they was giving directions. It was some junk like that. And it went crazy.
I remember that
video. It went crazy.
Right.
I was like, oh, this is crazy. I'm still not taking it serious. I'm just like, okay. But I kept, like, doing it, like making, content and whatnot. And then I started seeing followers. I'm like, okay. People like this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I just stayed consistent with that, But then I ended up slowing down. Like, I stopped because I was playing football in college. So that was like really taking up my time. So I really couldn't do it like that. And once I finished college, 2015, and the same friend who told me that do the Vine back in 2012, he's like, man, you might as well start taking your acting and comedy serious, bro. Right. He's like, get on Instagram. And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, cool, man. Even though I wanted to play ball or whatnot, I ended up getting back on Instagram, start putting out videos. It's crazy because I was putting my Vine clips. I was putting them on Instagram. I was like, I'm just gonna fit these over here.
The whole 6 seconds.
And it started to get a little, traction and whatnot, and then, building up. And then that's when I started doing the 15-second clips, man. So I just started that. And my fan base started growing, man. And I just started finding myself, into this funny world, Then I just became a student of it, man. I got into acting classes. I ended up booking this movie that, like, actually changed my life, man. I booked a movie called Love by Chance, and it took me international. I was over there in South Africa for like 12 days. You know what I'm saying? And that like robbed me. We was over there, we had the whole movie premiere and everything, man. It was just dope. And I was working at Smoothie King at the time, and I was like, man, ain't no way I'm finna go back to Smoothie King.
After this, I've been in South Africa.
I've been in the movie, with people like Terry J. Vaughn and Clifton Powell, Tana Okani, and amazing people like that, man. So it was very inspiring, man. Like I say, the more I did it consistently every day, I was finding myself. I was finding my purpose. I was finding my gifts, finding who I was, and finding out what the people was laughing at back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, dang, knowing that I was inspired by people like Eddie Murphy, Nutty Professor being my favorite movie to this day. You know what I'm saying? Being inspired by the character. That's why I do characters to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Him and Martin. You know what I'm saying? From the Martin Show, man. I used to sit there. I used to watch this stuff every single day, bro. Yeah. Not even knowing, like, I'm going to be a part of this world. But to see it now, it's like, bro, it's a blessing. And I'm thankful that God, gave me the gifts and talent to be able to share to the world and touch people.
Why is it that they say, and I don't know who they is, but they say that comedians are some of the most depressed people. Like, you go out and make people laugh, but really inside is different. So, like, have you heard that before?
Yeah, I have.
Make
That's why
some
they
sense
say
of that for me.
I mean, I sometimes they do say they some of the best actors, I would say, because they know the feeling of being mad, they know the feeling of being happy, they know all the feeling, they go through all the emotions. But I just feel like when a comedian is telling a story, I would say it's coming from a place. Even though it's funny, but it's something that they went through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, throughout their life. So it's like they giving you it's their life. You know, I don't know I don't know what they do, but they expressing it to the people. But in a way I don't know how they dealing with it.
So
but I just know it may
almost
be a
like
way.
turning that pain into your passion.
Like
and,
if a woman hurts you, you talk about how
about it.
women ain't ish and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you're making it funny. But they're probably, even after being on stage, you got to go to the back and remember that pain and that hurt. And it's like
acting. It's like acting. Like when you see somebody being sad on TV, like some people actually they tell you to take a real moment of you being sad and go back into that moment of how you felt or how that person like broke your heart and like feel that pain and the person that's right here, you be that person be the same exact person that made you mad in that past. And it's like bring up even with rappers, when rappers go through stuff and some people go to the studio and they just everything that they going through, they fit it, they lay it down. That's why some stuff be so relatable to people because they feel like they don't went through those things. You know what I'm saying? So
when you do stand up, I don't see it too much in your skits because you're kind of in a character when you're doing your skits.
yeah.
But when you're doing stand up, do you leverage things that you've experienced on stage?
See, my stand up is me. Like my stand up is me. Like when you come, my stand up is totally different from what people see, on the skits.
how so?
You know what I'm saying? You actually get to see Desi. You actually get to learn about, some stuff that he went through when he was a child, and some of his characters. Some of his, his grandmama. Like actually, here's some things that his grandmother said to him. You know what I'm saying, with different scenarios and real life situations I done went through from breakups and dealing with cougars and stuff like that. It's just the real life stuff that people never they never heard. So that's why I always tell people, man, I'm like, come see me live, man. Like y'all think this something but to actually see and hear and know who Desi is, like in real life, that's like how y'all asked me, like when she was saying, like she like, do you act like this all the time? No, I'm Desi right now. I'm chilling right now.
You know what I always wonder? Like when you hear comedians on stage, like right now Kevin Hart is like all over the blogs and all over because of his most recent special on Netflix. I think he mentioned something about his daughter being a hoe or something in this series.
And I watched it. It wasn't a joke.
It was definitely a joke. But I mean, what parent calls their daughter a hoe?
He didn't call her a hoe. He said it was hoe activity.
Hoe activity. That's what he said.
And here's the thing. They might cancel me for agreeing.
Oh, Lord.
But
I'm not gonna say that.
so
you might want the movie later.
For a joke, he says, his daughter liked one boy, and I don't like him no more, and I like another one, and I like another one. So he's like, I'll call my friends, my ex-hoe friends, and say, that's how I do. And the ex-hoe friends was like, yeah, you going from, I like this, I like that. It was a joke. It's for
it was funny and it matches Kevin's brand. But my question is, like, when you're talking, like, because I've also heard him say things like about his ex-wife and, and it's funny, you're leveraging that, but how do you go back home? How do you go back into these relationships after you done, like, talk trash about people on stage?
Like,
do you let them know first?
Your wife? I'm sure, of course. You're not gonna just put nothing out like that without, letting your wife.
I don't think Kevin be talking to his ex though, because he said it in the comedy. He said, I had to buy her a Tesla truck or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, most definitely you gotta explain that, to your lady or whatnot, letting them know that it's, this is about to happen, and let them know, like, at the end of the day, this is just comedy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just comedy, And I think a lot of people miss that, man. It's comedy.
Yeah.
Nowadays as comedians we can't say a lot no more. If we do, it's a problem.
Which is
the whole
crazy.
world, man. It's a problem, man.
So are you giving a bunch of disclaimers? Are you giving a bunch of disclaimers like before you perform
You
in certain
can't.
venues?
Like, that's corny.
No, but I mean, like when you're being hired, Desi just said you can't say a lot of stuff. So like our venue, is it to the point where show organizers are saying, hey, look, don't talk about this, and this?
It be majority of colleges that does that.
Gotcha.
For real. Like comedy club, nah. I mean, you do you. I mean, that's on you.
Yeah.
Whatever how them people accept you, that's just on you.
Right.
Y'all grown.
Right.
You know, but the colleges be the ones that be like, okay, they may say like, you know, a little light on the cursing, you know, don't talk about this, don't talk about that, don't, you know, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But they don't really be in the comedy club.
Now, speaking of Kevin Hart, you kind of went through a similar scenario where you had a blunder, right?
Man, yeah.
Where
What
it
was the
kind of funny
blunder?
too,
It
because,
was crazy, man.
because after the situation, you really came on with the most humble voice, like, "Oh man, I was just saying,
yeah.
I didn't mean it like
Man,
that."
I thought I was finna change the world.
Revolutionary.
Here's the thing, I agree with your post too.
Yeah.
I mean, because okay, this is what I was thinking.
Was it about Black Lives Matter or something?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it was like, this is what was it?
It was like this is a crime and this is a protest.
Right. So yeah, like there's a protest, and I think it might have been like Martin Luther King with the protest, and then it had the looters, like when they were smashing
When they were
stealing downtown. And the bottom's like, "Yo, this is a crime."
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and I was like, I mean, yeah, that was a protest. And then I looked at the bottom part, I was like, I mean, technically,
that is
that is
actually
a crime.
a crime.
This is a crime. But the internet,
Yeah, they took it to a whole nother level. And you know the sad part about all this though, to be honest, it wasn't even my picture.
I know.
You didn't repost something.
It wasn't even mine.
It was like you crafted like, yeah, this is a protest.
I was like,
You know
I'm
what I
gonna kill it.
Oh, this finna shut it down.
They want me to say something, I'm gonna finally say something. This right here is gonna shut the world down. Desi said this. I
Right.
posted it and I sat back. I closed my phone. 10 minutes later, I was getting phone calls. I'm like, why they calling me? And I pick up the phone. They were like, boy, hey, boy, you see what you posted? I said, yeah, I know what I posted.
It's hot, right? It's hot. It's hot.
I'm changing the world. They're like, nah, you need to go check that out. Let me go see. I said, I'm gonna call you right back. I saw that. Wow, I was like, oh Lord. And in my mind, I was like, I'm free. I'm talking about I was getting calls left and right. I'm like, bro, is it this serious? What's going on?
Wow.
But I learned throughout that time right there. I learned a lot. I learned a whole lot.
Give me some of the lessons. Because on one side, I still feel to this day you didn't do anything wrong. You have, like, everybody has their opinion, and I don't even know who these people are who feel like they have the power to cancel somebody for their opinion.
Right.
The people that's doing it are the people that ain't doing nothing but being just on social media.
Yeah.
They ain't doing nothing. And the real ones will know that it wasn't that bad. But I just look at it like, okay, it was just the timing of everything. It should have just been, everything should have just been black. This is black, you for black, no matter what, this is black. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that.
Pro-black everything.
Yeah, and I you know, but I wanted them to know, like, bro, I'm not against us, man. Like, relax. Like, dog, I was just trying to, you know,
Right.
find a situation of how I could help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They be saying, like, say something or do something. But it's like, okay, when we finally say something or do something, it's like, you still gonna have people that like it and people that don't, you know what I'm saying, that do like it. So, you know, that's one thing about Dave Chappelle. When he say, you know, y'all look at us as being heroes, when we are not the heroes. It's actually time for the activists and this is y'all time now to
That's
be able
true.
to change. This is what y'all went to school for.
Yeah.
So y'all do what y'all got to do.
Y'all show us.
Right.
Let me tell jokes. Y'all do this. So when this happened, like you, in that moment, you know how every time something happens, in that moment, it feels like the end of the world. So you go from being like loved and followers to people unfollowing you left and right. Did you for a split second feel like, damn, this might be over for me?
I didn't feel like that. Like it's over. I like it was something new for me. It was very new, bro. Like, and it was just gonna. I used to talk to my manager about it. You know, we just used to say stuff like, you know, it gonna let you know who your real fans are, and you know, the ones that actually know who you are, and the ones that were just there just to wait for moments like this. Like, I was so good all these times, and they don't talk about the good stuff. They don't ever talk about the stuff that you do. It's always, you know, you find one little thing and it's just, you know, this guy is terrible. It's just like, and then, you know, I'm a spiritual person. You know, all those people who's had something to say, I hope they don't say that they're godly. Because if you godly and you know God is love and you forgive and stuff like that, then you'll be able to say, okay, he made a mistake. Don't go to bashing a person down. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is real, man. So don't speak godly. I don't want you to say nothing about God.
You are
something about
done
no
with that.
Bible. The next because it's not in you. You know what I'm
not
saying?
in
This
you.
is not what you do. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? I prayed about it. You know, I knew my heart at the time. I knew I wasn't trying to ruin nobody. You know, and it was crazy. I was watching the news. I was watching all this stuff at the time while I was like posting it, like, you know, trying to see what I could do, how I could use my platform to, like, you know, help change, man. And I ended up getting that backlash.
Let me ask you, do you feel like it was a mistake because you did something wrong, or you feel like it was a mistake because they took it wrong?
I feel like it was a mistake because I didn't read the room. Yeah. It was that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like actually seeing what what we was going through at the time.
Yeah.
Like, we was hurting.
Yeah,
Black
and I
people was
get
hurting.
it.
We
Like
was hurting, man.
I get the you making that clear, that distinct difference between crime and protest. But I think in that moment, none of that matters,
didn't
right?
matter.
It's just we're not going to say a single thing that's negative against Black people.
Yeah.
All we're going to do right now is pretend like we don't see that and just support the movement,
Exactly.
and that's
why
what
I
people
messed
wanted
up.
to see.
And I take that blame for that.
Now that you say that, that does recalibrate my opinion. Like, okay, you just didn't read the room.
I didn't
You're
read the room.
Yeah.
You know, because I was gonna make a post, and I don't have nearly as many followers, but I'm making it, and then I did think like, all right, this is how I feel, but I can see that there's split opinions. Like I think Killer Mike was on the news, and he's like, "Yo, y'all downtown, go home."
Yeah.
And in my one part is saying, "Yo, Killer Mike, you're right. Like, yo, let's not tear up our own city." But then I talked to my man Jeremy Anderson. He said, "Yo, people are angry, and this is the only way we are going to get some sort of recognition. Like, yo, that this group of people are serious." So I'm divided, right? So I just decided not to say anything because that's not my fight. I'm an entrepreneur. I teach entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it got me. I got protested a few days. You know, I learned, you know, some stuff. You know, it allowed me to read, man. And I got close to people like Killer Mike throughout this situation, TIs, and being in big rooms, man, with the DAs and stuff like that. So it kind of like took me to a place, you know, got me over there in that area, man. You know, so I still look at it like it grew me in a situation too.
What did Killer Mike say in this situation? Because y'all said the same. Y'all was in the same boat.
Yeah, and see, what
Did y'all talk around that time?
Yeah, we talked. Yeah, we was talking about it. And he was like, dog. To me, he's like, the first thing he said, welcome to being a celebrity.
Yeah.
You know, like you're a celebrity. You know, and he was like, dog. It was so many people that called me to my celebrity. I think Shaq was the first person that called me.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What Shaq say?
Shaq was like, first, Shaq was like, man, don't apologize for that shit. You know, because he's like, he's like, man, get back to your funny. And Killer Mike said the same thing, get back to being funny. He said, you keep putting that content out, they're gonna forget about all that.
Gotcha, because you paused for a couple of days.
I did. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Sick.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, bruh, I just had a baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, my baby was fresh, and I'm like, I'm holding my son like, man, this is bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, and then that, like, going through that, I'm like, you know, I look at it like, that kept me strong too. Like, cause I can't be no punk. I can't be no bitch right now.
Right.
We need an edited version.
Yeah. You know, I can't. You know, I gotta be the you know, the man for my, you know, for my child. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, going through this stuff, and when he go through some stuff, you know, I could be able to tell him some of my stories. And when I went through it, like, man, you could do it. Just, you know, keep pushing, stay strong, and make sure you're surrounded around good energy, man. I think that was one big, like, being around good people, man. Like, that helps out a lot. Having good team players around you to say, okay, man, just put your phone down for a few days.
Good.
You know, my director was like, look, I know you want to post videos, but look, now ain't the time.
Not
Put the phone
right now.
down and just relax, just chill, get your mind together, play with your son, man. You know what I'm saying? And you be good. You know what I'm saying?
Is that when
We
you
even started working on trying to do the stand up for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, make it out of a joke. You know,
Yeah.
we try to do that. You know, it was crazy, man, because we was going to, our first show back on the road, we was going to Jackson, what is it? Jackson,
Mississippi?
Jackson, Mississippi. So, and this how I did, like, this right here, it shows you, like, your real fans when they really know who you are, right? So, you know, back on the road, on stage, whatnot, And I, going through my set, and I was like, all right, man. I was like, who the fuck counseled me? Who counseled me? And y'all like, y'all want to hear that? They're like, man, we don't want to hear that, boy, man. They didn't want to. They didn't even care about it. Like, bro, man, I don't care about that. Be you, bro.
Yeah.
Forget all that. You know what I'm saying? But after that, I was like, oh, I threw that joke out the window. Don't nobody want to hear that. And I just kept going. I got me so that kind of like, bro, okay, they don't care. You're real, because
Can I hear the joke though? Because it didn't go.
It was actually a part of some of the stuff that I was saying, about just, how I felt like I was finna change the world with my tweet.
You gave us the material.
Yeah, like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like it was part.
He got to put it right here.
Yeah. It was like, it's like, along that, and
Wow.
they didn't care about that. They was like, I don't care, man.
Did you really see your influence, like your power, like people really care about what you say?
Yes. Yeah, I was trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
Trending in the world.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Like I done did give backs, I done did a lot of different things. Why was that never trending?
Yeah.
Right.
But this, and I'm like, cause I know I'm like, bro, I ain't did nothing to deserve it now. I'm like, I'm thinking to God, like, what going on, man? What you do? What I done did?
What I do?
Is this karma from back in the day or what's going on? So,
Wow.
but yeah, it was just a learning lesson, man. It just slowed me down. It made me a better man. I don't even tweet like I used to, like for real. I may post a few videos stuff like that, but I just look at those Twitter people as they some whole different people, man.
Yeah.
They cancel everybody.
They do.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't. What's the point of that?
Yeah.
I don't.
And these
you can't-
cancellations are always just so temporary. I mean, is anybody ever really canceled?
Not for a long
who-
Not when you got loyal fans.
Who got
when you got
canceled?
fans that's gonna still come to your shows and come.
Yeah.
They
Who
don't
got canceled
care.
that's still canceled?
No.
R. Kelly?
First off, no, we stopped listening to his music for a little while, but if you gonna make a little flavorless with your boo.
Okay.
Yeah, you right about that. We ain't heard about him.
For the record,
'cause
I
he
don't
in jail.
listen
Yo,
to R. Kelly.
there are people marching to get R. Kelly out
They
of
are
jail.
protesting right outside of the jail.
And so, but I was saying, like to your point, it's not as like when you think of R. Kelly, or like there was a point where if you played a song, like somebody came to your house and you played R. Kelly song, they're like, yo, we don't play that no more. It's not like that anymore.
I don't think it's like that anymore. You think so?
Yeah, attention spans are short. You're
Yeah.
right.
Attention
right.
spans are short.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
It got
'Cause it's
you gotta
always
get
gonna be
them
something
quick.
else.
Yeah, man. That's Lord have mercy.
But I guess in it feels like, yo, my world is over. But you can't really see past this moment that,
Yeah.
yo, this too is gonna pass.
R. Kelly's world is probably legitimately over.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
I think some are longer, some are shorter, but is R. Kelly getting out of jail ever? Is he getting, don't nobody know?
I don't even think he's been sentenced for real yet, has he? Yeah,
What?
I mean,
He
he's
hasn't
just
been
like,
sentenced yet?
no.
He just sitting there.
He's just there.
Jesus Christ.
No, he hasn't been sentenced
Wow,
to
that's
anything.
crazy.
He's just, I don't even know if his trial is over yet.
Ain't no way.
That
I gotta look
man
that
gonna
up.
be out before the year with.
So look, I got a question over here. So when Desi's going through this stuff, like as a part of his business operations team, were y'all over there like, dang, our jobs might be in jeopardy?
It was too early.
Were you
though.
worried about the team?
Nah, I feel like it was a young mistake.
Got you.
We young.
Yeah.
We haven't got up there now. I can see it. We was on a Kevin Hart level or something like that.
Yeah.
But this is a young learning experience.
Yeah, and even when you talk about that, Kevin Hart has been canceled so many times for so many different reasons, and he's still winning. I don't take the cancellation movement seriously.
I think you gotta do something really, really, really bad
Real quick,
to like actually get canceled.
It says that R. Kelly sentenced to 104 years in prison.
What date is that?
This is December. No, it can't
104
be.
days?
104 years.
When was that article?
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me find something
104
reputable.
years. Jesus. that would have been, everybody would have heard about that.
2 lifetimes.
Good
Yeah, no, I
God.
don't think so. So Desi, while he's looking for this gossip, you that has nothing to do with you.
Have I ever got, we were talking about, yeah, curious mind. You want to know?
We kind of want to know, but no, you talk a lot about consistency, right?
Yeah.
And there's somebody who's watching this episode, and they believe they're funny. They believe they're the next you, the next Kevin Hart. How long did you have to be consistent before you started getting cash?
2012, man. That's when I started.
Right. And then the money.
The money didn't start coming for real, and probably 2 years ago.
So about 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when he became my manager. That's when stuff, yeah, and then, yeah.
So how do you stay consistent for 6 years not making money? Like,
you gotta love it. Mm-hmm. You gotta see it. You gotta see years down. You gotta know that a blessing gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wasn't like worried. To be honest, I wasn't worried about the fame. I just love to put out funny content and see people reactions to it, man, when they laugh. I used to love that. That I liked that, man. So that kept me kind of, going in a way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think you just gotta love it first, man, and find yourself in it. Become a student of the game, and know that it take time. It took these OG comedians and these Asia actors, man, it took years, and they wish they would have had a thing like social media back in the day. They didn't come from this kind of,
right.
And this social media kind of actually put us maybe like, a few years up,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, than what they had to go through. It took them, took them 10 years to get a movie. You know what I'm saying, when they first started.
Hustling, trying to get in that one nightclub, that one comedy club that blew everybody's career up in New York.
Yeah. That's why I respect, I give my respect to the OGs, man, because I know their stories, you know what I'm saying, I know how it was, you know what I'm saying, back then of trying to come up in that area. It was rough.
Gotcha.
Favorite comedian of all time? I'm sorry.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite comedian of all time?
My favorite comedian of all time is, I would have to say Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
My favorite entertainer, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, most of it.
And if we had to go like stand-up comedy, it would be Eddie Murphy, then Jamie Foxx as like co-captains. Because I love Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
But Eddie Murphy's joints was just delirious raw. Them joints was just crazy. Yo.
So, I never found any of that stuff funny.
What?
I found it entertaining. I like Eddie Murphy, the actor, more than I like Eddie Murphy, the stand. And I know y'all gonna kill me in the comments for this. Absolutely. I've watched them all because I'm an Eddie Murphy fan, right? Mm-hmm. But I would be sitting on the same sofa in the same room watching the same special with someone who's next to me hysterically in tears, and I'm just like, oh, right? People who I find funny are like Dave Chappelle.
You probably
I'm thinking about his new special because my boy said he better be in tears when he's.
Which one?
He said we gonna be on the front row.
Front row, we going. I'm buying.
Oh, he got one coming up?
Whenever he do, he supposed to have a special.
He about to draw one?
Nah, probably not now, but because of COVID, slowed everything down.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually he supposed to come do it.
Don't do that, Eddie.
Are you a huge fan of Eddie?
What are you talking about?
Yo, he is.
Right.
First off,
I can't disrespect Eddie. I love Eddie Murphy, to be clear. It's just at that time that he was popping, I didn't find it funny. And what I was getting at was,
but you don't play spades or drink Kool-Aid either.
I absolutely play spades. I absolutely play spades, and I eat Kool-Aid out the Ziploc bag. Okay, I don't drink it, but I will dip my finger in it. Okay, all right. Yeah. Or I make a freeze cut with it. But I love like Dave Chappelle with just that raw, real life, relatable drama stuff that you can kind of get with. Now I would pay money to see Eddie Murphy at a show because again, I'm a fan of him. I think you're hilarious because I think for me, it's the relatability of the actual real life stuff that you do. Like I'd be like, yo, how the hell did Desi get the whole FedEx truck? Who gave him the FedEx truck?
Somebody gonna get fired.
Who?
Sure. I don't even think he worked with him no more, dude.
I
ain't gonna say it then.
Have you ever gotten somebody fired?
Nah, I didn't. No.
That you're aware of?
I hope not. It was some stuff going on with the trash when I did the trash one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the dude DM me was like, hey man, they brought me into the office. I was
Wow.
I asked him, I said, you sure I can use the truck? He's like, yeah, go there.
I mean, you be in the uniform. Do you just go in and be like, can I just get your shirt for a skit real quick?
my buddy, I had a dude that worked for the FedEx, that worked for the trash company at the time. So like all this stuff was just coming. Like the universe was just on my side at the time. It was like, okay, the mail truck dude, he DM'd me. He was like, hey, I work for the mail company. You want to go? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. You know?
That's funny.
He had the uniform for me and everything. You know what I'm saying? See with the truck, the garbage
Do you have
truck.
do you have the idea and say, yo, we gotta find this, or they just hit you up and be
If
like,
I get the
that's a good
truck,
idea.
if I know they work for this company, they got the truck. All I need is the truck. Just give me the truck. Everything else just gonna come me like.
But I'm saying, do you have the idea first and then say, I need this prop for this particular idea?
No,
They come to
they
you
come with
first.
it.
Gotcha.
They just say, hey, I work. You know, and then when I figured out my homeboy worked for the track, I'm like, man, you like I use the truck, you know, do the deal. Like, yeah. And then after the truck, I think I did the truck one first. Then I did the FedEx one. Then I did the mail one. And then I started getting into like the restaurants and stuff like that. Like that, right? Crazy. My uncle actually owned that Miss Winters, so I can say that. Like, that's his.
Okay,
Miss Winters.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's
Right.
his stuff. So I was able to go ahead and do that. You
Gotcha.
know?
Okay. Hold on. I got to get on this whole thing about Eddie Murphy. So the reason I say
He's not gonna let me live.
don't. No. I'm
Did you
I'm
like?
done
Did you
with
watch
'cause-
Dolomite?
Yeah, nah, I thought the movies were funny.
Did you used to watch Martin? It was a
Martin
it was
is
a show.
hilarious.
Okay, it was a show.
The
back
shows
in the
and the
90s
movies.
by
Boomerang is
Martin
one of my
Lawrence, and
favorite
then-
movies.
Let me educate you.
Boomerang?
His girlfriend was Gina. Okay, and then Martin
Coming
had
to
sex with a bunch
America.
of.
I love Martin.
Oh, you said. I was like, wait a minute.
She said that was the
Listen.
first time I've ever heard that. Like I never thought that stuff was funny.
I
Eddie
didn't.
Murphy?
But I love Martin, but I'm not sure. I can't quote anything from Martin's stand-up.
Really? Got that.
I'm looking for quotables.
When that water
You don't
glistened
know,
all over
Eddie
your
Murphy
body.
quotables?
All of them.
You don't know, like, what?
I don't know
None of the
any
same that he
Eddie.
did for- That's
You know who I
crazy.
thought was hilarious though? I'm in tears all the
Richard
time.
Pryor.
Bernie Mac.
Okay,
Bernie Mac was crazy.
Bernie Mac was freaking hilarious.
Yeah. I thought, honestly, I thought.
But he wouldn't tell those jokes today. He would have evolved. He would have. Eddie Murphy is not going to tell the jokes that he told back then.
I think he would. Yo, for real. Yo, Dave Chappelle, he say what's on his mind.
Dave, that's
He
why
don't
I like
nah,
him.
he don't care.
I love Dave Chappelle. Be like, yeah. First of all, he's gonna tell you that he's about to insult you,
Yeah.
and then it's hey, for all of the you know what's in the room, F it, you know what?
Nah,
I
but
love
Dave
it.
is like super brilliant. But back to my point.
Oh my gosh.
The reason I don't think Eddie should do it, because we regard this man as like, yo,
A legend.
And it's almost, when I watched the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fight, bro, I was pissed.
Because we all
I
wanted
didn't
to
want
see
them
him.
to
Why would
do
you
that. I didn't
Mike?
want them to
And
do
then
that.
he tried to do his old Mike thing, like, yo, you look crazy.
But you know that he couldn't knock him out, though.
What you mean?
That was,
that the
that was a
rule?
part of the rules. So you might saw that. If he really wanted to come up with one of them things, he could have actually did.
So they couldn't just destroy each other.
They couldn't do that. Yeah, they didn't allow them.
I just
So
wanted
that's why
Mike
the
to
fight
go out
looked
the
like
way
that.
Mike went
Okay,
out.
and back to my point. So Eddie can't be he can't be the Eddie that he was, because I'm sure he understands the cancel culture. And two,
I'm just
How old is
saying.
Eddie
Look,
Murphy
been on,
today?
not maybe not
The
been
man
on
just did.
stage,
Google
but
that real
he still,
quick.
to
How old is
me
Eddie Murphy?
personally, he still got it. As far
How
as
do you
being
know?
funny. I watched
How do you
Dolomite. I
lose
seen it
it?
Saturday Night Live.
Dolomite was funny.
Saturday Night Live, he was
Now
amazing.
Saturday Night Live he was funny on
That's what
Saturday
he was-
Night
When?
Live.
Recently?
Yeah.
It was a couple years ago.
No,
wasn't
no, no. This was last year.
it? Yeah. Okay. So it was last year. He was
When he
was
came,
funny.
when he did
You said
Dolomite, when
59?
he did.
Oh,
when he
Eddie
did-
still got it. He just 59
That's what
years
I'm
old.
saying,
Eddie,
bro.
absolutely.
You is crazy.
Still has it.
He got 30.
See.
How many more years of material? 30.
But he ain't do it in forever.
It doesn't matter.
Forget the jokes and the content. I think that, so you have these jokes, right? Let's just say you're performing and you stop performing for a while. You gotta fill the room. You don't even know what the room feel like no
Now
more.
you most definitely got to get back into that.
Yeah.
But you don't think
that
he's
way.
somewhere doing small shows in front of people in intimate
Probably,
crowds to
but-
prepare for the stage again?
He getting that
It's
rhythm back.
Eddie. He's going to get the respect that he deserves, and he's going to have people who are just like me, who back in the day, and I was young at that time and never really revisited. So maybe today I would find his stuff funny because at that time I
that's
just
what I'm
didn't even
saying. You're not even
understand
allowed to
it.
say his new stuff is hilarious. You didn't like his old stuff. What was that? Did something go off?
Yeah, one of
Oh,
the.
that one damn.
Oh, it's just dimmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I wasn't.
That was a weird situation that happened just now.
That must be
Ooh,
Eddie,
wee.
spiritual people.
right.
What was it?
The comedy guys.
What are y'all talking about in here?
They done turned Donnie off. You just said Eddie Murphy wasn't funny. Goodness gracious.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna be me slapping.
I didn't find the stand up funny, but I found him hilarious in his movies.
Don't try to clean it up.
No, I'm not clean. I don't care what they have to say about me in these comments. Y'all drag me through the comments every episode.
He's
I'm okay with that.
amazing, man. I know you.
my God.
I thought Red Fox was funny.
Oh yeah, Red Fox.
Richard
funny.
Pryor is funny.
Hilarious. That's like my second favorite.
Eddie was just so over sensationalized to me. I thought Eddie Murphy was fine. I will tell you that. I was a little girl thinking Eddie Murphy was like super fine, right? Eddie Murphy was fine, but I preferred him in movies playing roles, just like I prefer Martin in movies.
Versus
Stand up.
I mean, that's how I am too. I think, I'm gonna do like 2 specials and I'm gonna just focus on movies.
Really?
Movies. I love movies.
why do you love movies over?
He got more, man. He got more room to do more.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got
know
y'all.
what happened?
I got y'all. I'm gonna bring it back.
Once you clean it up, okay. Eddie Murphy is funny. Okay.
We love Eddie.
But yeah, but I'm gonna do stand up. I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying like putting out specials though.
Yeah,
You know what
gotcha.
I'm saying? It might be 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I don't know.
And then you got to do
But I want to
less,
do a lot of movies though.
you do less work when you focus on movies than stand up, right? So the money, and then you got the residual from it, unless your stand up makes it to some kind of syndicated something.
Yeah.
It's a one hit and done kind of thing, but with the movie, you got the residual
His
income.
own, yeah.
Let's
People go
into
back and watch.
Let's go into some teaching, man. Can you teach how to build a following on social media?
How to build it? To be honest, I'm gonna say it really simple. It's finding the niche and being consistent with your niche.
Who's your niche?
My niche?
What's your niche?
Okay, example, the hood dude. Is the hood dude? That's a thing. They like the hood dude, so you put the hood dude in different scenarios.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They like that guy.
So you create that theme.
Yes.
And you just continue to. I was actually teaching on this. Like you got to have these like little buckets, right? And I actually use your page to coach these my clients. There's really, you only post like 2 or 3 posts over and over and over again. So it's the hood dude. You'll be in there with like
I got my characters.
Exactly.
I got,
You
I
got
got
the
the character.
joint
I
with-
got stuff when I do with being like a relationship thing.
Right,
I got
so-
baby mama stuff.
So say we do those
Yeah.
3. We got the hood dude, the joint with Pretty V, and then a character. It's really just 3 posts that you do over and over and over and over and over again. And people want to do all this different stuff instead of finding your buckets and just do them joints over and over again.
You allow this to build you up, and then, like I said, when you get them to come out, then you show them other stuff.
Yeah.
You show them other stuff, or you create movies and you show them other things. But it's like you find that thing that they like. This is what they like, so you drill that.
Right.
This is gonna build this up. This is the fan base thing. So when they come out, they gonna get a whole different experience. You know what I'm saying? That's like, oh, I really love this guy. Now it's like, dang, he do this. Oh, he's in this movie. He killed this movie. It's like, oh, this guy is just amazing. You know what I'm saying? He's just not social media. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, we were just talking about it the other day, man. You know, I don't no more of he's just a social media guy. This guy is actually an actor, comedian.
Gotcha.
So there's no more social media Desi, the influencers. Nah, we ain't talking about that no more.
Okay.
This is the actor,
I like
comedian, Desi Banks.
I ain't mad
You
at
know,
that.
so,
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
So,
Actor, comedian.
so find your niche and just like be consistent with it. What is your monetary value on social media? And like just around that conversation, not necessarily a number, but how do you create your value? Like somebody says, yo, Desi, I want you to post this in my, you know what I mean? Like how do we come up with these numbers?
Well, he usually come up with the numbers,
Right.
But it's accurate.
Right.
You know,
He talked about, I wanna hear from your
He does his
perspective.
research when it comes to looking at other platforms that may get paid from different things and like finding the value of 100,000 views versus 1 million views,
Yeah.
or how many accurate following this page. Like, okay, you see 5 million followers, but is it really 5 million? Does it matches with does your numbers match with your following? So that's the thing. So once it's all accurate, like you can throw out any number that you want. Because it's like, this is what you're gonna get.
Gotcha.
You know, you're not getting this, on your page. So, I'm here to,
So before Chord, how did you play that game? Was it just, I think you $500, or like how were you coming up with your value before Chord?
Yeah, it wasn't like as heavy. Right now, it was just
It wasn't as heavy.
250.
Gotcha.
Of course. Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking about it. Like I said, to be honest, bro, I wasn't even doing promotions
Yeah.
on my pay. I didn't even really. I wanted to just focus. I was thinking my money gonna come when I get in these movies and do this comedy. I don't want to watch my page up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then we figured out a way, and then people were sending emails too, like, well, I'll pay you this amount to do stuff like that. So we was trying to find a way that it didn't look like a promotion if we was doing it. Like, for example, artists may hit us up and say, hey man, can you throw our song in your video? You know what I'm saying? We'll pay you this amount. And then it's like, okay, I do that anyway. So it's like, I just put your music in and I just able to do my thing.
And it doesn't ruin the experience of your followers.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if the people want to know whose song it is, I just add the artist and say song
caption.
by,
Yeah.
and it's like that.
So you went from Desi, the funny guy, to now Desi, like this super successful brand. How, and there's a business behind this that's powering this brand now. How involved are you in the business of it? Are you sitting at your tables, having meetings and mapping out the vision and really, really involved?
Yep, I am. Sure is.
You are?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. From, I see everything from the numbers to everything. We discuss everything together. So
Do you enjoy that part?
I do, yeah.
You do?
But that's the longevity.
Yeah.
In this game, outside of just being an artist, I didn't want to just be an artist. I wanted to know the business. I wanted to know, what I'm saying, the stuff that I need to know outside of, the real stuff.
Yeah. People think that like it's like, like Chord just strikes the deal, says, hey, this is what we're doing. And you're like, all right, let's do it. But there are like conversations.
Yeah, you got
the direction.
yeah, most definitely.
Do y'all ever butt heads like, no, I'm not doing it?
I mean, yeah, we done had some no's.
Do you be wanting more money? You like, bruh, let's
Just
take
take
that.
the check.
Yeah, what are we doing?
The bag.
I mean, I always tell him to try. Like, go for it. He gonna always go for it.
Yeah.
He gonna go for it now. That's one thing. That nigga, because at first I was like, man, shit. But then we got a big check one time for like $60. I was like, hey, boy, okay, I'm gonna sit down.
You keep doing what you do.
Yeah, so that was, having somebody like that is really good.
Shouts out to Chord Parks. Listen, go watch the episode. Chord Parks, it dropped a few weeks ago. So yeah, shouts out to my man.
Yeah.
So what do you like in your group of influencer friends? What are some of the conversations that go on? You know what I mean? So like I have a group of like entrepreneur friends. We're always talking like the funnels and the high tickets and stuff like that. What do y'all talk about, man?
I mean, with the few people that I do talk, I mean, it's always acting in comedy. That's every day. I mean, one of the closest that I have, my boy Alton. He's a comedian that always with me all the time. He's a part of the team too. But
Does he open up for you?
Huh?
Does he open up for you?
Yeah. He's my feature act. He's OG though.
Yeah,
He's been
for
in the
sure,
game for
for
a minute. So it's like having somebody that's been doing stand up, 10, 15 plus years, and him teaching me different things. It's always good to have somebody like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That loves comedy.
Yeah.
So if it's like I'm around a person like this that loves comedy, I'm gonna love it too. We just gonna keep, he always, he teaching me little things. And, he always talk about the business too, of owning everything, owning your rights and stuff like that. And I feel like, me coming up, I didn't know a lot of this stuff. So to have people around that's giving me that information is really good, because a lot of people that comes up, a lot of people don't tell them that, about owning your stuff and, doing stuff like that. It's all just, we just don't get this money. You don't know the percentages, you just taking whatever they give you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he even fight in the comedy clubs, man. This guy is crazy. This man is crazy, But he make me more physical now when it comes to stuff. I'm like, that's some bullshit. Like we need to try to see how we can, get more money and stuff like that. So,
can you remember the biggest bag you turned down? Like where like you left, was like, yo, I'm out here, I'm not taking that. And then you get in the car, you're like, you know what?
Should we have? What you think? What you think? We did the right thing.
I don't know.
Where has that situation happened?
Not we turn
Find the number.
Yeah, we turn the opportunity. Yeah, we'll most definitely figure it out. Yeah, we just like, we good. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we just turned down the opportunity from what? What is it? Was it thing from BT? It was so quick though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was so quick. It was
What
a good
happened?
opportunity.
Tell me about the opportunity.
It was a hosting opportunity. Yeah, hosting opportunity with BT. But you know, it was. I just felt like it was so quick. I had to make a decision. Like I had to make a decision so quick to do it or not.
Oh, they were trying to just push you to.
I'm like, well, and it's during the holidays. You know, Thanksgiving was gonna be the next day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I had to go there and shoot it and come back. I'm like, okay.
Oh, so it wasn't anything wrong with the actual opportunity. It's just
The time.
I don't want to do that right now.
Yeah, and then I ain't have really time to break it down and read it. You know, it was like, hey, we need to just answer about a day. I'm like, okay.
No.
Right.
I don't like those. I don't like those
yeah.
opportunities. Like
There's
you gotta be so
something in there.
quick to
Yeah.
do. Like, dang, why? You know, that's just man. If it's meant for me, I would have did it. If it's not, you know, or they would have gave me another day to do it. If they just really wanted me to do it.
Yeah.
You know
How
what I'm
important do you think it is to collaborate? Like a lot of breakout comedians, you got like the King Kurans and that group who leveraged each other a whole lot. And from what I know, you kind of broke out by yourself. Like you are your own act, but I see now you and Pretty V are sharing each other's platforms. How important is a collaboration?
Oh yeah, it's really good, especially when you coming together with two, major influencers from social media. The world like to see stuff like, and if it works, they love it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just two major people coming together and doing it for the world. You know, I look at it like that. But yeah, when I do content with people, it just gotta make sense.
Yeah,
I mean, you may have a lot of followers, but if it's not genuine, if it's not, good for the people, then it's like I ain't gonna do it just because we got this following. I want it to make sense. I want it to be real. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, it's like when you know where you want to go, it's like those are the people that you want to work with.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
yeah, like you're not just gonna work with everybody. I don't really work with a lot of people, though, but I work with people that want to be actors, want to be comedians. That's the circle I want to be around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
All right,
next
look, man.
year, sorry, I got another question.
You got more. Let's do it. Let's do it. I know. Go
Next year, what's like your top 3 things that you want to see happen in your life?
book a movie.
Okay.
I want to book a movie.
You working on a movie though?
I'm working on. I just finished the movie.
Gotcha. Okay.
But just more movies, more content. Of course, more shows. But just my business is being bigger. My production company being bigger. Giving opportunities, shooting content for other people as well. I look at, doing it like that. But just moving different. Everything just going to another level.
Gotcha.
You know what
You
I'm
feel
saying?
like if you don't get a movie booked, it's Cord's fault?
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Nah, it's not his fault.
Cord's fault.
Nah, it's not.
Yeah, if you decide a movie next year, it's definitely Cord's fault. That's
Absolutely.
Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Cause I got an agent for that.
right. Oh, so you got a manager and then an agent.
Yeah.
And a publicist.
And a publicist now.
So yeah, that's not him. I mean, and then like I done auditioned for a few films that I did really good. I mean, it sometimes just be timing with everything.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I done did great, but it's like hey. But you hear a lot of OG comedians say that, man, they've been auditioning for 5-10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it took them that long to just book that one role. And then when you get it, you want that role to be for you.
Yeah.
Like, because once it's out, this is what the people gonna look at you as. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So,
So it's the agent's fault if you're not. In the
Well, it's somebody's fault.
you gotta blame it on somebody.
show.
But
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming by, man. This is it's very rare that y'all influencers, y'all don't really get to tell your story much.
Yeah.
I don't get to hear like the stories behind these people who have these millions and millions of followers. You know what I mean? Because it's all what you see on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
maybe is there like a thing, or am I missing it? I just don't
Give
see
us
it.
a funny fact. What's something funny nobody knows about you, or an interesting fact? It doesn't have to be funny. What's something we don't know?
that you don't know?
Yeah.
That you don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
That you don't know.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Man,
You smoke crack, don't you?
I do smoke. I smoke crack now.
For the record, that was a joke.
Nah, it wasn't.
From a movie. What movie?
I don't know.
You see what I'm
movie is
saying?
that?
Like, I'm having a hard time believing that she actually knows how to play spades.
Is that
It's
Lean on
crazy.
Me? Okay, well, I don't remember
Big
movies.
ass crazy.
And you know what? That has been a problem in like my friendships for you because I don't know the lines from these movies.
There's
I
so
don't
much
know.
I gotta teach you, Donnie. You know what? Just stick around. I'm a
How
coach
old are you?
41.
Oh, okay, 41.
I don't know.
And that's her era. Like she knew
Wow.
that.
My era?
I mean, yeah, not area.
No, you knew about that
If he's,
movie.
how old are you, Desi?
I knew.
I'm 27.
If he's 27, he's not 100% sure on Lean on
Because
Me. I
this
get it.
is
But
his industry. He's studying the history of it, right?
Okay.
And he is connecting with some of the greats. I loved the movies. Am I not black enough because I don't remember the lines from the movies?
your card.
Listen,
She said the car could be before.
I play spades though.
It's certain.
Okay.
How about that? So,
What's the Boston?
10 books. Okay.
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm positive.
I don't know.
Am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
And guess what? I didn't know that.
The
Yeah.
big joker is too.
That's actually a dime.
A dime.
Oh,
a Boston
man.
is
How
when you
many
run the
points
table,
do
but you can't do
okay,
anything
Donnie,
once
Donnie,
you get 10 books.
Donnie, how many points do you get if you bid $10 and you get them?
200.
Okay.
Don't do me.
Hey.
Don't do right. Don't do me.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do me.
Don't do her.
I am that deal on these. I am that
She
deal
can screw
on
up a
that
little bit.
table right there. Let me. You know what I mean? Anyway, guilty pleasure. We're not letting you off the hook. There's something that you like that people would think you were different. Lil Throat. You just thought
Only
of
the
something
stuff
you
your
don't
girl
want to
know about
tell.
you.
Huh?
Only the stuff your girl know about you.
Bruh. I ain't really got nothing for real. I mean,
I don't believe
I
it.
don't bruh.
Believe it.
Court, what does he do? That's super weird.
I play with my ears. I do.
I think you do that in your skits.
Like, no. Like, I play with my ears when I'm about to go to sleep.
Got you.
Like you gotta rub your ears.
I do. Like, it's crazy. My son's starting to do it too. Like,
Really?
yo,
To
it's
you?
so interesting.
Is he doing it to himself?
No,
or he's
to
doing it
himself.
you?
Like, he'd be like this when he going to sleep. So if you ever see me like this, either I'm tired or I'm thinking about something.
Got you.
Yeah, I just be doing this. Yeah.
That's fair. So to an up and coming comedian who they got parents who are saying, "You're not that funny. Go back to work." They've been doing this for 2-3 years. What advice would you give somebody? Because I know a lot of people want to be mentored by Desi. Desi, how'd you do it? Can I come with you? Can I travel with you? What do you say to that person?
Well, I had to learn, I learned some stuff from that too. I mean, people tell me that too. I mean, but they gonna always say that.
Yeah.
There's gonna always be people that's gonna say that. And that's what you gotta get in your head. Those people ain't going nowhere. They never leave. They not. They just people that's just like that.
Yeah.
And I had to like really understand like this is just who people. I think you asked me something about when we was in the green room about something about social media. Like when you don't worry about what people like when you gonna start not worrying about the social media so much. Like how I do. But like once you get to a point where you just say, man, fuck it, I don't care. I don't care, man. And forget what people say. And once you get that and you remove that and you just focus on the people that really support you, you know what I'm saying? And the people that support you is gonna be way more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just let the haters motivate you and just say, oh, y'all gonna keep being in the same position that y'all at. You know what I'm saying? But you just worry about the people that support you, that's coming to your show, that's watching your stuff, that's, you know what I'm saying, coming to see you in movie theaters. Those are people you
Perfect.
I like moment was when your mom came to the Birmingham show.
Well, your mom came to Birdman?
Yeah, 4 sold out show.
Oh, was it 4? No, it was 2.
Was that this year?
No, it was last year.
Last year.
All right, talk about it.
Yeah, I think that was the moment that I
Was that pivotal for you?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Hey, read here just in case they didn't hear the audio.
You're talking about
What he was saying, yeah.
Oh, from my mom coming to the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, man, my family, yeah, that's the thing, man. With your family, you got to believe in yourself first. A lot of people ain't going to believe in you when you're doing this until they actually, like, come and see it.
Yeah.
I didn't really have the support of doing this in the beginning. I had to do this shit on my own, like, for a long time, like, building this up. Like, people always tell me, go get a job and, stuff like that, and you know, I think when my mom came to the show, it touched me in a way because I'm like, bro, I did it for so long, and y'all finally coming to see, like, you know what I'm saying? So that touched me a little bit too because I'm like, man, and this is always a part of me. I just want y'all to come to the show and, you know, come see. And, you know, they seeing it. She knew I ain't had no support. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, the perfect example of that, and this is probably the most motivational video I've seen all year, was My Name is Dolomite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, that joint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hit hard. You probably didn't see it.
You didn't see Dolomite?
But
you seen Dolomite?
Nah, it was like, no shit.
Jesus Christ.
I saw Dolomite, but you're talking about something different.
No, I'm talking about the movie that just came out. My Name is Dolomite.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I know. You didn't see the first one either.
I saw the first one.
So when you talked about the movie,
I don't know.
When you talked about the movie Nutty Professor, did you see it?
I know Nutty Professor. Nutty Professor was funny to me.
The characters.
Anyway,
Yeah, it was the characters.
It was a motivational video because he would stop at nothing. Like nobody was feeling what he was doing. He just had this idea and just kept going. He just kept going. Like, it really hit different for me. That movie was watch I Am Dolomite. Not even being funny, but like
Is that
all
on Netflix
entrepreneurs,
or
I feel like it's on Netflix. I think all entrepreneurs, any comedian, anybody that wants to be an actor, anybody that has a dream, really needs to watch that movie.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
and know that, like I said, you know, you ain't gonna have the support in the beginning.
yeah.
You know,
Until you show them why they need to support you.
Exactly.
And so after that show, did you have mom's support ongoing?
For sure.
Yeah, because now she's like, wow,
her
thank you for my baby.
Yeah. So now it's like, okay, where you going? What city you at now? You know what I'm saying? How was the show? It's stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, cause I say, man, nobody in my family, bro, really like believed in it, bro.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, man. It was just you're doing a video. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know.
And they don't know what all these followers mean and all that kind of stuff.
Nah, they, you know. Cause I guess I was never that guy. She always looked at me playing sports, so you know this stuff she didn't think. This boy, man, that man ain't finna be in no movies or no doing no shows. You know, he ain't doing that. But when she actually saw it, it was like, oh wow, you know, that's what's up.
That's what's up, man. Well, look, man, we've been here for about an hour, and we definitely appreciate you stopping by, man.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It was very. Again, it's just good. It's good to know the person behind the comedy, behind the videos. Like you are really a thinker, a strategizer. Like you got dreams. Like there's a reason why I'm doing these skits because you are acting, right?
Exactly.
And I think you're getting more practice than most actors.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I look at it. That's a form of acting class for me.
For sure.
You know, when I'm doing skits and actually put myself in those moments. You know what I'm saying?
You're able to go to that moment. This is my last question. So I'm doing right before Ernestine had her baby. Shouts out to Ernestine.
Yeah.
But she was giving me acting classes. And she said, like, it was a lot of, like, hard work in terms of she's trying to get me to go back to moments in my life that, like, touch me. She's like, yo, before I can act like somebody else, I need to really tap into, like, real scenarios. And I have a really hard time with that, like, going to certain places emotionally.
You know, I was just telling you that. Like how, if you was in a relationship, like you actually go to that person that hurt you, like in real life.
I can't find it,
and
though.
you bring, when the last time you been mad? When you was mad about that?
That's what she asked. I don't be mad like that.
Okay.
She asked me the last time I cried, and I was like, I have no. It was years ago. My dad died, and she was like, "Yo, you didn't cry at your wedding?" I was like, "No." So I asked her husband, Jay. I was like, "Yo, you cried at your wedding?" He was like, "No." And she was like, "Yes, he did." And she posted a video like, "Yo, he was crying." I'm having, and I'm gonna go to therapy. Because I want to, seriously, why you, dang, bro. No, I'm just saying, no, I'm really going to because I think I've been covering up my
Holding it
emotions,
in,
and I want to go to certain places.
Yeah.
Is it difficult for you to like tap in sometime, or that's just what you do?
Yeah, nah, it's not. Man. I can go to moments.
Yeah.
I keep them with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps me out. You know, and then, like I say, I'm able to go into moments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I want to, go into the moment, because I try to.
But
Those moments, that's like motivation. Like those things you should never forget.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
When last time you cried?
the last time I cried, probably that time when my mom came, for real. That probably was the last time.
Aww,
When she was at the show, that probably was the last
sweet.
time I cried for real.
Court, last time you cried? Last month?
Last month.
ugly cry, like, yo, let me, I want to get there, man. Like, I really want to get there. You go to therapy? Are they good?
My therapist.
Really? She certified, or she just like a life coach that took the certification online? You know what? Go online to get their certification.
She's certified. Now.
She certified?
I cried when I was having a boy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
In my gender reveal. Yeah.
At his gender reveal, I think my wife's mad because I didn't go like most. Maybe when the baby
I
actually
cried.
comes, I'll be like,
I cried then.
I'm gonna try to tap in. I'm gonna try to tap in.
Terrible,
man.
Shan.
Is that terrible? I know. I'm working on it. Anywho, thank you so much, Desi. I
say you
appreciate
working on it.
coming through. Yeah, it's a strange thing, right? Like, I'm trying to work
like
on
now we acting now.
being emotional.
Y'all know we acting right now.
Now, I'm glad that you said this,
Yeah, I
Desi.
mean,
Real
This is
quick.
acting, bro. This is we
Not really,
improv.
though.
No, it is, bro.
This is us being
But this
real,
is
but
real.
we
This
are
is-
a reserved
We just
version
improv.
of
That's
ourselves.
the camera right there.
That's true, but if
Yeah.
the camera wasn't on, I would still talk about Donnie here.
But listen, I'm saying that's perfect. I'm just saying
Sorry.
every day is acting because like when they say action, that's all they want you to do is just
That's
be
real.
yourself.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? This is what they
That's a
want.
good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Because
They
it's hard
want
for
this.
people to be
Your
themselves.
uniqueness.
That's real.
This is what
They
they,
do.
want.
This is what they want.
That is hard. It's
Like-
hard for people to be themselves, for real.
Like when you mad, that's the mad you get. Don't nobody get mad like you.
Yeah.
You know, don't nobody get mad like me. Don't nobody be happy like me. Don't nobody talk like me. Don't nobody talk like you. That's
real.
the uniqueness of everybody. So when they book them roles, they looking
Yeah. I see it a lot
how
of
different
times.
I want to see his madness. Oh, his madness, he did that.
And I see it a lot of times in my industry, like speakers, like, yo, when they get on stage, I could feel that it ain't authentic. So they're being something that they saw. You know what I mean? And you're right. The hardest thing to be is yourself.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
boy.
Speaking of, though, the fact that we're acting here, we had this debate with Court the last time. I don't know if he prepped you for the intro that David and I are going to do for one of your shows. We're gonna, this whole little podcast scene. We're going to talk some really funny stuff.
Oh, yeah, of
I
course,
can
so we
see
open it up for you.
In
no,
my,
that'd be nice.
yeah, I can see it in my head. I got the set and everything all planned out. But when that happens, who would you like to lead this thing? Like, who's the funniest?
Who's funnier between me and Donnie?
me and Shans?
My man's was getting on your wig. If he come on there talking about your wig, they might go crazy.
So you think Shans is funnier than me?
I mean, you know, I ain't really hear you say no jokes.
Court, you gonna let your client do me like this?
Here's what's funny.
Did you say some jokes?
You was firing her back. She now said.
Here's funny. She said some jokes, but they just wasn't jokes to you.
No,
so,
the
you
thing
know, like,
is,
she tried to
I
slide
wanted
some in
to
there.
respect the professional comedian on set, right? So I didn't want to be too funny because you gotta be the highlight.
You're reserving.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I gotta respect
I appreciate that. I'd have heard a lot
I
about
like
you.
telling jokes when we
Exactly.
got the jokester right
Most
here.
right.
Yeah,
we got
you
the,
got
we got the
jokes
comedian
now.
actor.
Okay.
I can't do that. I'm professional.
Don't take over the room. You know
I
what?
read the room.
You gonna start the show off. I get
exactly,
it. Yeah.
exactly.
That was
It's
a
just
pity
it's the
answer. That was a pity.
it's the
Okay,
professional
you
in
can
me.
start.
You know what? Yeah, we're gonna put you out there first.
Thank you.
You going out there first.
Oh my goodness.
You got 10
set me
seconds.
up.
You got 10 seconds,
set
cause
me up.
boy, cause they gonna look at you. And if you ain't
Your face itch.
itching, your inside gonna be,
Stomach gonna be
hey, you
bubbling.
gonna hear that light like that. Come on.
What does that mean? Time to get
And
off
I'm
the stage.
gonna be in the back. I'm gonna be in the back. Cool, get on, man.
She can't never come
Oh
back.
my gosh.
Yeah.
See, I think I'd be roasting you, then a heckler would try to roast you, and I had to get back on them. So I got your back.
Absolutely.
But anyway, let's do our commercials. So again, thank you.
Man, thank
okay,
you. I
I need to
appreciate
get some
it, man.
closing words together. Okay, after we do our commercial, and we're gonna come right back to you. All right.
Yep.
So this episode is sponsored as always by The Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com, the only community that gathers every single day, 8 o'clock a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to learn how to grow your business, how to grow your brand. It's an entrepreneurial meetup. We literally have over 200. This week we've been having over 300 people join the call
Yes.
every single morning from all across the country to help you start, grow, and scale your business. I'm going to do something special for you on this podcast. I'm going to allow you to try us out for $1 for an entire week. Try us out for $1. If you love us, just stick around. If you're not, you could just leave. No obligation. It's month to month. No contracts. Nothing like that. Okay, so go to themorningmeetup.com and I will see you in the morning. Donnie, what's up?
Hello, hello. And we are also brought to you by Six Figure EDU, which is the dopest community helping coaches and consultants build their business from scratch through courses, digital programs, memberships, consulting and coaching programs. Guys, you can find us at sixfigureedu.com. That's SIXfigureedu.com. And I'm going to do something special for you. I am going to allow you to invest in yourself in this program because that's what you deserve to do to get the result that you want to get, in all seriousness. And then also, for those of you who are struggling to post on social media and you provide a service, you are a professional in your business or aspiring to start a business, I have a post to paid membership group where we send out 3 text message prompts to you a day so you can learn how to tell stories that sell. And to be a part of that, just hit us up, 404-737-2767. Text the words post to paid. And Desi, we want to bring it back to you.
Okay.
It's important that you know that you are here because I sought you out as a featured guest on today.
Thank you so much. You are amazing.
Thank you.
Jesus, man, I can't believe you.
You got to stroke her ego a little bit. We done tore her down all episode.
Yeah, it was me that recognized the gift that you would bring to set today, and I actually shot you a DM that you never responded to, but then Cord, I had the opportunity to meet.
Okay.
Kathy was doing it. That's the grill. Where was it?
Yard House.
That was the cat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that girl.
Yeah, that's
it was me that thought you brought so much valuable information to our audience, and I just want to thank you for accepting my invitation to come out. And if you could,
so extra. Okay, you set up this interview. Yes, Dottie.
Thank you. I am the woman. Okay, do me. If you could just close us out with some good words.
Let me know how to find you too.
Yeah.
Some good words? I would just say, hey man, if you out there, if you got a dream, you got a goal you want to complete, man, just find a purpose in it. I would say, find out the reason why you want to do it, why you're doing it. Stay consistent. If you stay consistent, I think you'll be good. You'll be good to go. And believe in it. And know that, you're gonna be the first one that believe in it before anybody else do. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through some things, but just know why you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you enjoy the process of it all, man. Cause it can be rough in the beginning. You may not see, the things that you wanna see right then and there, but if you stay consistent, you keep going, you keep pushing, it'll come to pass. So yeah.
That was all right. Give us another one though.
Right. God bless you. Yeah.
How do they find you, bro?
Find me on Instagram at I am Desi Banks, Facebook, I am Desi Banks for real. YouTube, Desi Banks, Twitter, I am Desi Banks, TikTok, I am Desi Banks.
Got you.
Yeah, wow. Man. So most definitely.
All right, thank you so much, man. Listen, go get you some social proof, okay? Go build something and teach other people how you built it, okay? We are out of here.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yes,